everyone. Just wait one more minute here. So before I forget, so the facilitators that are here tonight, if you guys could just stay in the waiting room after the first dyad starts, there's a couple of things I'd like to just check in about for the facilitators, if you're hearing this. Thanks. And yeah, okay, I think we'll get started. So just a few things I'd like to mention. Actually, I'd like to, if anyone has any questions specifically about this technique, about the dyads, I just want to see if there are any questions out there. I think it feels like everybody's really working and getting it. But if there's anything coming up right now, just let me know. Okay, good. So, oh, Renee, yeah, hi. I'll get you to unmute.
Part of me feel like I want to engage more with the witness, like framing, tell me who you are. In that quiet space, I understand that there is the opportunity for the seeking, the witness. But at some points, I feel the urge, or the urge to the urge comes up where it's feels like it would be more supportive if another question, maybe the same question, tell me who you are. Um, it's this innate almost pull into the discovery portion uh, of the session for more to come out. And I'm is that
I'm not really,
wrong?
I'm not really following you.
Okay,
So you want the witness, sorry, can you just sort of paraphrase it
sure.
or make it
Okay,
concise?
so in the session, in the dyad, when the question is posed, when the imperative is given, um, in between the space where um, the witnesses or the person is speaking, there's sometimes gaps where reframing or uh, um, just asking for clarity, making sure that I'm not asking but commanding with the reframe of getting the individual to speak deeper. Does that
Okay,
make
yes.
sense?
Yeah,
Or should I
so
just not do that at all?
yeah, so this is when you're the witness and and you have an impulse to sort of probe or clarify, get
Yes.
clarity. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so so if something is really not clear, you can say, "Can you clarify that, please?"
Okay.
So that's really all, or if you didn't hear something, it really is, you just didn't get it. So you want to really be clear. But apart from that, the witness is just totally neutral. Yeah, and it's very important. It is really important that you get what they're saying, and not everybody is clear in their communication. So sometimes that, they'll find that clarity as they explore. So, sometimes it will be kind of fuzzy, and if it really doesn't make sense, then you just say, can you clarify that, please? But other than that, the witness is completely neutral. Yeah,
Okay, and
yeah.
my last question here before going in, when when given the command,
Hmm.
um, a, a part of me feels like I am uh, boxing myself in to be restrictive in what comes up. It's almost like I'm kind of narrating in the background what I want to say before I say it. Um,
Hmm.
and it's not authentic. It's authentic, but it's not authentic because it's showing up for me that, hey, am I doing this right? If I'm
Hmm.
asking a question, then uh, because it's just a level of repeating the same thing for me over and over, unless I go into the storytelling. And that's the question: is storytelling appropriate?
So anything that comes up as a direct result of that inquiry is appropriate. Anything. So
Okay, thank you.
so so if it's coming up in the mind, sometimes the story, we know that it's the character holding this story. So sometimes we don't want to tell it, but if it's authentically coming up, then that means it needs to be expressed and told. Yeah, yeah, and it's good that you're tuning into, when things don't feel authentic or we're repeating ourselves. Sometimes we'll find ourselves in a loop, doing the same thing over and over, and it's good when we really catch that. We catch the mind, going into a pattern, and it doesn't feel authentic, and so that inner kind of friction will move us out in a new direction. Yeah, and something new will come then. Yeah. So, thank you.
Thank you.
I'll go to Ruhi. Am I saying that right? Yeah.
Where's my glasses?
Yeah, I can unmute myself. Hi, Dan. So I'll give you
Uh,
the context under a minute and then I'll ask my question. So I did meditation for the very first time last year, Vipassana retreat. Like I went for a 10-day thing in India. And since then, like I didn't follow up properly and I was all over the place. But like lots of things happened. There were a lot of changes in life, tons of synchronicities and stuff. Then I watched your movies and I've been doing the meditations on your website, on your YouTube thing. And I discovered dyads recently. I read a book by Charles Burner, I think, like it's very detailed about experience. And I
good, good.
started dyads like a few, probably 3 months ago or something. And I've been doing them regularly wherever I can find them, whatever time aligns and stuff. Sometimes twice or thrice in a day, sometimes, like almost like 4 or 5 times a week. What I've noticed is that like after a diet, especially after first 2, 3 weeks, with Tell Me Who You Are, I have these moments of like extreme clarity and everything feels new and I feel like I'm like floating and like there's like mind is literally not there and there's like a lot of ease and comfort and like relaxedness. But I feel like my mind literally comes back with a vengeance after that. And I like my spiritual journey has been like a high and then like a low and then another high and then another low. Is that normal? Like
Yeah.
because things that I've worked through and then they just like literally like come back like egos like just not willing to die and it'll fight.
hmm Yeah. So the main thing, when we really get the truth of who we are, when we really know who we are, that awareness that is always here, is it, you know, like, but we have to be in a direct experience of it. Like the mind, you know, just knowing that in the mind doesn't matter. You know, we have to be in a direct experience. So in a way, you know, like, it's almost like life has to become a dyad, you know, we never, it never ends. Like because we, you know, the moment we believe, you know, if I am, you know, present in awareness, the mind is quiet, you know, that whirlpool of mind is not active. You know, the moment I believe the next thought, the moment that the next thought comes back, then, you know, that veil, that Maya is active again. So it's not that, you know, we lose it. We don't lose ourself. We never lose awareness, but that, you know, it gets dimmed. It's like that veil or that show fires up again, and we there's this tendency to believe in the show, you know, to believe the character that we're playing. So when it really lands, you know, when if we have like a big kensho or a big awakening, you know, and we really get that, then it can be the end of seeking these states, you know. So there these clearings and these dropping aways of mind, you know, it's always accompanied, like, it feels good. There's a sense of ease in the body, energy. It feels good, and that's a state. And so the problem that everybody falls into is they start chasing the state, and they miss that awareness that is always already present. And that's the fundamental delusion of everyone's mind, you know, is that it starts chasing the state, rather than, you know, we somehow can just unhook, you know, we get skilled at unhooking or just not believing the thoughts, you know, and coming into, you know, even saying coming into, we're not coming in, we're just recognizing or waking up again to what is always present.
Thanks. Yeah, I didn't think about the belief part. That helps.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Elena.
Good evening. Hello, everyone. Sometimes I don't understand my dyad partner, like due to audio troubles, or maybe I just don't understand what is meant by their words. And I always feel shy to interrupt a person and ask for clarifications because I think I will confuse or embarrass someone or interrupt the flow. So I always do not clarify. And is it okay, or am I a mistake?
So do you sometimes ask, can you clarify that?
Never.
You never do? No. Well, it's okay. I mean, it is actually really important that you do it, because it actually, you know, the way this process works, it really is important that people are heard and understood. There is something in the communication process of actually being received, that is important, for the person who is sharing as well. So for both of you, I would say just do it. It's not you know, everybody knows that that's part of it, and so you're not interrupting or anything. Yeah, thank you. I'll go to A. Hi there.
Hi. This morning, during meditation debriefing, someone mentioned that they have a reoccurring memory that's very painful, full of regret, and you suggested that's a perfect opportunity to work out in diet. I'm really interested in exploring something like that, but I'm confused how that would, it seems a little like almost opposite to the question, tell me who you are, and exploring like beyond the small ego.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, when we inquire into who we are, you know, what always happens in this process is the false I comes up to the surface to be seen. So we're really, in the self-inquiry, we want to find the true self, but we're also exploring, all aspects of ourself, which actually includes that character as well, and the stories and all of that. So whatever authentically comes up, so nothing is off limits, and it's important, there may be things that we have to clear. This is really a clearing process, and the more of it you do, the more you'll see that, it gets crazy. Like people are, all kinds of stuff are coming up. Like when you're doing this in person, you walk into a room where this is going on, and it's madness. Like people are, yelling and stuff is coming out, and it's once we really start to become free with the sharing, anything can come up in the mind, and we can just be kind of spontaneous with it, like just free. Like we're not trying to find an answer. We're not manufacturing anything, not pre-planning anything. We might feel like, I'm holding on to this, this juicy thing that's going to come up, but then it might be something completely different that comes up. So we just never know. We have to, it's really about getting good at observing the mind body, and we're really just reporting. So it's very simple. Whatever comes up, we just report it fully. And sometimes there's an emotion with it, and it just comes out. The emotions come out, sharing, and the more completely you can share with your partner, the more that clearing will happen, and there's a sort of unburdening that happens. Yeah, so if there's something knocking at the door of, waiting to come up, it'll come up if it's meant to. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Razi. Hi, Razi. Oh, get you to unmute. There you go.
You hear me?
Yeah.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Doing good, doing good. What came up for me this morning in the Q&A when you mentioned where there's maybe incomplete communication. So it brought up something where a lot of my attention gets taken by one particular hidden belief, and it keeps coming up. But I've been working on these dyads since last year, and I've done multiple retreats, even did the Enlightenment Intensive also online, but it's never come up in a dyad so far. The hidden belief that or belief is, I need money. I need to provide. So once I take care of the money situation, then I can really focus on my practice and my real path in life. And that thing is like a duality that occurs. Okay, once this happens, then I can do that thing. But when like yesterday, I had a beautiful dyad with my partner, and it was just being here. And it was even seeing that it's the character that has all of these problems. Like first time there was a direct seeing, I believe. But it's always just happening in what's occurring right now. These topics, for whatever reason, have not arisen in the dyads, or the stuff, the drama stuff, if you will, or the juicy stuff, has not arisen in my dyads. Can you speak to that or give me something?
Yeah, well, I mean, just the fact that you're having this conversation now, it feels like you're open to it, So, so just being open to it is enough. Now, like it's talking about it, there's a shift in consciousness. So who knows? I suspect, things may shift around, just because you're having this conversation, and it's interesting. I don't know, exactly how it works, but I've had people who've, come to dyads, and they've had, really big things have unfolded in their life that they're not looking at, and like they'll go through an entire intensive, and it never comes up, like a death or something like that that's just happened. It's like right there, but for some reason it doesn't come up in the dyad, and I'm not sure, why that is, but I think just being open to anything and saying, bring it on. I think it's, that's it. That's all we can do,
I mean, I'm not complaining because the diet I had yesterday, there's still a lightness to it. I'm asking this question more mechanically because, what I should do future based. But right now there's a lightness within, and there's still, doesn't seem like I have that problem, but it's still there, like in the corner of my mind, it's still there.
Yeah, 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 and it can go in different directions. It's almost like the the truth of who we are. When we really start to tune in to or awaken. We know we're not the self structure, so it is more about awakening and about the lightness of just being. And then, so the dyads can really, it's like there can be sort of almost like a healing or a catharsis or within the self structure, and then there's the waking up from the self structure, and we can, we work in both dimensions for sure, but we never know which way it's going to go.
Yeah. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you. Lee. Hi, Lee.
Hello?
Hi there.
Yeah. My question is, during the last 3 times of self-inquiry, the things happen the same. Like, I only felt the attention going around my body. It's like I feel the pain, and then heart beating, and then the breath. That's all. And I found almost there are 2 of my partners. Seems they have the same, very similar experience. It's like the man didn't think a lot. It's just the body. The body, and we feel the body and the pain and the small change in the inside the body. That's all. Something wrong with it because it's kept the same. It's kept the same all 3 times.
So I have a question. So when you receive the imperative, tell me who you are. Can you describe the way or how, what happens when you intend to directly experience who you are? What goes on when you receive that imperative?
Usually I will close my eyes a little bit to feel what happened right now. Most of the time I feel like a little bit vibration inside the body, and then some pain at the back or at the legs, and sometimes the heart beating, and sometimes a little bit of block in the heart. Almost 3 times this keep going the same.
So I'm gonna give you the imperative right now. If you do you mind? Do you want to do it?
Okay.
Okay. So and when I give it to you, just take a little bit of time to really intend to directly experience, that I amness or beingness, without thinking, without the mind, but directly experience, just for a few moments, and then just report whatever comes up from that. Tell me who you are.
There's a little bit of nervousness inside the heart, which cause some warmth to all parts of the body, and it becomes stronger and stronger. The man is telling that speaking in public causes that. And the man tells the shoulder to relax, to release the nervousness a little bit. There are the vibration inside the body going on from the feet, legs, until the upper body. When the attention goes to the heart, the level is still there, but much released.
That's good. So you're working correctly, so you're doing the technique. It's great. You were able to catch some thoughts as well, the nervousness, and so it's good. Whatever's going on in the mind and body, and if there, it seems maybe there's a little belief or judgment that it should be different somehow. Like I had a sense when, the fact that you're asking the question, it's like it's only the sensations in the body, as if it should be something different. But there are sensations, there's things happening and moving. So to me, it's all good. You're working it correctly. So yeah, just keep going. Yeah.
Just keep trying. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Kai. You're muted there. Yeah.
So I had two particular experiences with the witnesses. In one case, the witness wouldn't stop moving and, settling, arranging things around and bending and disappearing. Mm-hmm. So I continued to speak and I didn't say anything except I asked if there was an earthquake somewhere. But is it and the other instance, the witness wouldn't look at me in the eyes. I can understand that for some people it's difficult to look at another person straight in the eyes. Mm-hmm. So I didn't say anything. But is it appropriate for to remind the witness of certain aspect of the practice which are not followed?
Mm-hmm. I think in that case, like if it's really going on continuously, yeah. Like if it's just a little oversight or somebody moving and shifting, I would generally we don't. But if it's actually really affecting your dyad, then yeah, it's okay. It's okay to just mention it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that's something it brings up a good point. There's a few things I'd like to mention because it's come up for a number of people. It's really important for the witness to be a good witness. So, the more we can look into our partner's eyes, just be a pillar of presence, and not reacting. We've had, some people reporting that their witness was reacting or responding to things that were being said. And I know it's hard sometimes when someone is sharing something that's difficult. They might be emotional, they might be crying, they might be, releasing, and it's in some people's nature to react to that. And, sometimes people who are in the, psychology world, they have these, ways of trying to console people. And this isn't about that. The most compassionate thing we can do for someone, the most loving thing we can do, is to be this neutral witness and be there and really, really listen, really pay attention. And that's how somebody's going to clear their samskaras and their conditioning. It's, if you engage, you react, you start a dialogue on that mind level, then they miss that opportunity to clear the mind. So it's, it's really important for the witness to not speak, not, I was in one room where somebody said, somebody asked, "Are you done?" And we don't want to do that. We just let people finish on their own time, and just let people go through the process. And this process, as we go deeper into the retreat, it will get more crazy. So it might get a little harder to maintain that witness, but really, it's an opportunity to see your own mind and your own reactivity. So, and I'll go to Samuel last here. Hi, Samuel.
Well, I have this question of I came from a breakup last week. It's been really, really difficult emotions and coming up. Actually, today I couldn't finish meditation because I was completely broke. It was too many bombardment of thoughts. Like the last 20 minutes or something, I was just laying down because I couldn't anymore. I was doing well in meditation. I was in the consciousness of seeing the thoughts and things, but something today was like very strong, and all the darkness or many thoughts or many things were coming up, and so. When I am doing the dayas, when I am sharing, I keep telling a lot of things of this darkness and all bad things of the thoughts that I am just feeling, because I'm being consumed by all those thoughts. So I'm not sure if because when they ask me the question. The imperative, somehow I feel that I don't feel the imperative, but because I am in all these troubles of thoughts and problems, so I am asking myself if I am channeling because of the imperative or just because of my pain. So I'm not sure if I'm connecting correctly with the imperative, if I'm getting something from the diets. And so, this is the question, and if I can take advantage of this state because it's taking me really, really difficult time.
Yeah. So it can be challenging if we're going through a life circumstance, and if the mind, the psyche is very stirred up, sometimes it can be, actually I'm gonna check out what's happening in your dyads. Or I'll get one of the facilitators as well. I'm just gonna write your name down as well. I'd like to jump in and just see what's going on. And like you said something just now, you said I'm getting consumed by the thoughts, and so, that to me, like, it's an opportunity when we use that word I, who is getting consumed by those thoughts, so the thoughts are persistent for sure. But is that true? Are you, is the awareness that's here being consumed by thoughts? And you can start to really, when you use that word, start to explore and see, is it true? And so I'd like to, yeah, we'll explore a little bit more in the dyads. I think it'll be become more clear. Yeah.
Great. Example.
Thank you. Okay, so I think we'll dive in shortly here. I'm just going to share a quote that I like. This one is from Adyashanti. So he says, "All that is necessary to awaken to yourself as the radiant, empty spirit that you are is to stop seeking something more or better or different, and to turn your attention inward to the awake silence that you are." So I'm going to read that again because I wasn't all that smooth. Okay. All that is necessary to awaken to yourself as the radiant emptiness of spirit that you are is to stop seeking something more or better or different, and turn your attention inward to the awake silence that you are. So this is perfect advice for when we receive the imperative. Stop seeking, and just see what is here now. This awareness, this one that is ever present. Tayama, you have a couple things. Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so a few people have mentioned that people are sitting too far away to see their eyes. Yeah, so it'd be great if everyone can be sort of, this kind of distance during the dyads. If you can, set up the lighting so that your eyes can be seen. It's better for really making contact. Yeah, and is there another question here? Okay, so yeah, someone is asking, should I report everything that comes up without judgment? Yesterday something came up, but I did not want to mention it because the other person will get offended. Later today I realized that was the mind and not me. So in the dyads, we don't want to ever refer to our partner as a person, and we don't ever want to respond to anything that they're saying or doing in their dyad, because then it starts to become more like a conversation. So if it is something, I'm trying to imagine what it could be that would offend someone, but most of what comes up, if it's our own stuff, it shouldn't offend our partner. So we don't want to be commenting about our partner as a person. So imagine that you have just a mirror in front of you, so it's not a personal interaction that way. So, I think that's it. So let's, why don't we take, do you think we need a break or no? We've only been going 40 minutes. So why don't we, let's just dive in.
All right, here we go, everyone.
Great, here we go. And the facilitators, I'm just going to check in with you guys here.
Yeah, there's still a few people that are here that haven't left. I'll let you know when it's just facilitators in the room.
Okay. All right.
Well, it's not just facilitators yet.
Yeah.
Quite a few people not joined.
Yeah.
Lila went to room 17. I sent her.
Okay.
Okay. Go there. Go there. We're almost there.
Oh, they just keep popping back.
Almost. The numbers change so much, so crazy.
Yeah.
Our room 5 needs help. Alex, can you go to room 5, please?
Right.
Somehow
still-
I got thrown into another room, so I came back here. The same thing happened to Bill Free. I don't know where
Oh,
he.
yeah, that's because Lisa, Bill and Lisa, for some reason, you guys lost your co-host. And so then I have to recreate all the rooms. So that's why I just sent a message saying, just don't join the room, but just come back. For some reason, you and Bill, the computer wanted.
Are you telling me I'm in the wrong place? Should I leave?
No, you're in the right place. It just, for some reason, wanted to send you and Bill, even though I had already made you co-host. It pick you guys up. So, but I still have somebody in the room. Hang on. Almost. Okay, we're good.
Awesome. Okay, so I just wanted to do a little check-in, just see how it's going. And I also have a list of people who I think need a little bit of surveillance as well. So if we can get some volunteers for that. But I'd love if there's anything coming up or you have any reports on anything happening, or if we're good to go.
I'd like to make a point, a gal to you that I think had Ken show yesterday, but I'm not positive, and just wanted to bring it to your attention. Hoped you might drop in on her. Her name is spelled Ldiko. Young lady with blonde hair.
Ildiko. Yeah, Ildiko.
Yes. Yeah.
Room 39 needs help. Is there somebody who can go to room 39? Bill, do you mind popping into room 39? Thank you.
Yeah,
I'll do it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, I noticed Ildiko. We had an interaction today, and
yeah, she's really there. Actually,
sure. Yeah,
Thank
definitely.
you.
Yeah, thank you.
And James in room 17, he mentioned that he thinks he also had something happen during the meditation. So if somebody can go to room 17 as well, that would be great.
Awesome. That's great. And Samuel, who was just speaking, would be one. I'm going to go in a room with Amit shortly. So another person is Sue T. One to keep an eye on. There's also a lady named Donna Lu, and so Donna Lu is going through. I have a little concern about her and dissociation happening. So she's someone to keep an eye on. So I think it'd be good for somebody to just kind of hang out in her room. Is there somebody who would be up for that? Yeah, Sib? Okay, thanks, Sib.
And room 43 needs help. Does somebody want to go to room 43, please? They've asked 3 times.
Yeah.
Okay, Laura, thank you.
Thanks.
We got someone. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, you're losing your facilitators. They're dropping like flies.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Does somebody want to track down Samuel? Somebody up for that?
I can tell you what room he is in.
Okay.
He is in room. Oh, where did he go? He is in room 3. with Narissa, and they probably are speaking Spanish.
Mhm. Okay. So maybe maybe Alex can take that one if he's speaking Spanish. Okay, that's great. So I think we're good to go. I'm gonna jump in with Amit and yeah. Okay. Thanks everyone.
Thanks. Is anybody open to going to room 18? It looks like Francisca is by herself. She needs a dyad partner. Who would like to do
I'll
a
go.
dyad? Right, Razzie?
Oh, Razzie, perfect.
Okay. I'll put you in that room. Where were you, Razzie? Oh, can you unmute?